Namaste. Namaste. I bow to the divine presence in you on this Freedom Friday, on this fantastic Friday. This is Michelle Nam, your motivator, and today's Michelleology. We have entered into a great space of gratefulness. I don't know about you, just grateful to be able to say present here, right now, as we these times that are going to try us. These are not trying times. These are times that try us and to see for the see, but for us to see what we're made out of. And so we have to evolve from this slavery mentality. Romans 12 begins to declare, be ye transformed. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So in order to evolve out of slavery mentality, we must have a renovation of our mind, means to restore that oldness into something new. So if 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day are thoughts that we have that run through our mind, but they're mostly thoughts that we had yesterday, that means we're not renewing our mind. When you wake up first thing in the morning, you should put a new thought on your mind. Otherwise, those thoughts that you lay down with, if you didn't meditate to clear out your mind, you're going to wake up with those same thoughts. And so we should wake up with a renewed mind, that whatever we had to face yesterday, we're more empowered today to do something greater than we did yesterday. And so we must move into the present moment, the reality, the right now. It removes stress, it removes pressure, it removes anxiety, it removes depression if you just stay in your present now. And so as we begin to motivate and move forward in that state of being, not trying to be, trying always plans for failure is what I always say. If somebody says, I'm going to try to be there, most likely they're not going to be there. But it is a form of trying to, I'm saying trying, it is a form of escaping your present reality, where you talk about success, but you plan for failure. So even though you're telling someone, oh, I'll try to be there, it looks like you're going to successfully make an attempt to be there. But in the back of your mind, you know you have already planned for failure, that you're not going to be there. And rather than just be truthful and say, I don't think that I can make it, or I'm not going to make it, or it depends if something else happens for me to make it, we say, I'm going to try to be there. Knowing all the time we're not going to be there. And we lie to ourselves that way. And so it's not that we're lying to other people, but we're within ourselves trying to be. You can't try to be, because you're already there. You already are. So you must be. So moving from a slavery mentality is moving from trying to be to being. And so our being, our doing, and our having is implanted in our seed. We're a seed, and everything we need is in the seed. Everything we want is in the seed. God says he'll give you the desires of your heart. Doesn't mean that he's going to hand it to you. It means he's planted that into you. He's planted those desires of your heart to motivate you to go forth in your purpose and your destiny. So as we begin to evolve mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, in all those areas of slavery, the things that are holding us down, the things that have blocked us externally, because we didn't know that the seed had everything we needed inside of it. Which once you look at a seed, you cannot see. Let's look at an oak tree seed. You cannot see how huge the oak tree will become. You cannot see the roots. You don't see the leaves or the branches. You don't even see the fruit. What you see is a small beginning of what you're going to be. And so as we begin to evolve, we begin to recognize our worth. And once you know your worth, then you never have to prove yourself. In a world of competition, we're continuously trying to prove ourselves to people and get acceptance and likes. But when you know your worth, if nobody likes this video, I know that it has content that God has given me. I know that I have a gift to project the content. And so I really like, although they're good to have, I really don't need anyone to encourage me that this was a good word. I encourage myself. And so you've been created to be your own encouragement. And so we can't always wait for us to encourage us. If you're encouraged in yourself, if you love yourself, and if you're going forth in your gift, then that should be all the encouragement that you need. So as we begin to keep evolving, sometimes the process, how long the process is on you. It can be a long process or it can be a short process. So as we begin to move and we begin to motivate ourselves, we cannot be bothered by other people and what they think of us. It's not what they think of us, it's what we think of ourselves. And so as we untangle the knots, removing the knots in your mind, the things that you thought you would never would be, or you could not, or you would not, or you did not, untie those knots in your mind. Those are slavery tactics. Those are things that put handcuffs on you. Those are things that make you a monument instead of a movement. And so as we begin to move forward, as we all come to the front line, we get blessed at the same time. It removes condemnation. It removes hate. It removes destruction. All of those things. And I believe that the new administration that God has put in effect, and I'm not talking about the presidency, I'm talking about his unconditional love. His the new administration, his freedom, his peace, all of those things. See, this is not a flesh battle. This is a spiritual battle. And we are spiritual beings. And so we must stay in our lane of spirituality and stop trying to go outside and fight the flesh fight, because we'll lose every time. So we've got to do this thing on a spirit realm. Well, this is Michelle Numby Motivator. And please subscribe. If these videos are giving you tools that's going to motivate you, encourage your energy, expand your consciousness, then yes, please subscribe and please share. As we go forward in 2021, we must study. We are going to have to study. I'm not just talking about the Bible. We're going to have to study so that we know. We fail for the lack of knowing. So if this is a season of royalty and riches, but if you don't know your royalty or you don't know that you have riches, then it's just like it not being there. So we're going to have to study. And remember, you've been created by the Creator to be creative. So start creating your creations and stop duplicating others. We are there. We're at that place. So we've got to renew our mind, renovate those old thoughts, delete those old thoughts, annihilate those old thoughts, whatever word works best for you. But begin to replace those thoughts with things of power, things of truth, things of honesty, things that God has given you, so that as a man thinketh in his heart. So we want to go to our heart brain first and then our head brain. So is he. So we begin to create our own state of being instead of waiting for outside force or title to come forth and give us that. All right? Yes. Well, may the love, joy, peace, power, and sound mindedness be your soul food for today. Yes, feed your soul. Feed your soul. Your soul has been in hijack. Feed your soul. And remember, create your day. Please don't let your day create you. Have a blessed one.